Olá, meus amigos e minhas amigas, está começando mais um pop-up para falar sobre cinema. Fomos convidados pela Fox para conferir a coletiva de Hugh Jackman, sim, ele, o eterno Wolverine, para falar sobre Logan. Se liga aqui, ó, filmaço. Confere aí.
Oi, thank you, obrigado for having us here in Brazil. It has been a long time since I've been here, and yet Brazil has been a great supporter of Wolverine and X-Men, so it was very important to me and my team, but we really wanted to come here to Brazil to say thank you and to show you this film.
Hugh Jackman esteve sentado naquela cadeira, ele respondeu tudo com muita humildade, pelo que parece, é um cara muito humilde, ganhou presente dos jornalistas aqui, se emocionou lembrando de Logan e vendo pela primeira vez em Berlim o filme, que é o último filme do Hugh Jackman como Wolverine. Pra mim, cara, um marco assim no cinema de super-heróis, porque é um filme muito realista, mostra a violência mesmo de uma maneira mais bruta e também os personagens ali, os mutantes, de um jeito mais real e bem mais humano. E ainda apresenta aquela menina que está no cartaz ali, a Daphne King, que é uma grande atriz mirim e que provavelmente a gente vai ver muito ainda. É isso aí.
When I spoke with Fox, with Emma Watts and Steve Asbell, I said, I want to tell this story about a man. I don't want it to be called Wolverine. I want it to be called Logan because that is an amazing story. And I think it's relevant to today. And they said, go for it. So this, for me, is the definitive story about this character. It wasn't until this movie where I felt we really got to the heart of this great, great character. I love Wolverine. People say, are you going to miss him? And I'm like, I can't miss him because he's always there with me. It doesn't feel to me like he's gone. I watch this movie and I look at the screen and it makes me emotional how much I have grown playing him and how much that character has taught me. I will be honest with you though that I have felt for 15 years that there was a deeper story to tell about this character.
Logan, what did you do?
Charles, the world is not the same as it was. Mutants. They're gone now.
I have a great sense of satisfaction, a lot of emotion, obviously, for me, mainly because I'm with people that I've worked with for 17 years. There's relief that we've done it because I knew this was the last one. There was no second chance. I'm very proud of the last 17 years, but if you imagine I was a soccer player playing for Brazil and I told you this is my last World Cup and we get to the final, if we lost, I would still be proud, but winning is so much better, right? Particularly when you know it's your last.
We got ourselves an X-Men fan. Maybe a quarter of it happened, and not like this.
When I saw the film, I felt deeply satisfied and relieved. And the sadness I don't feel, not yet anyway. If I can't get employed in the next 12 months, maybe then I feel sad, but I don't feel I'm leaving the X-Men family. Those fans have come up to me every day of my life for 17 years, literally every day of my life. And I love them. And this movie is a love letter to them, as much as it's a movie for people who've never seen it, and a comic book movie at all. So I know I'm kind of never leaving. And it can't leave me, you know?
Hugh Jackman afirmou que esse foi um dos filmes mais difíceis para interpretar Logan. Afinal, por ser um road movie, são cerca de 200 pessoas se locomovendo por estradas. E ele citou um dos dias de filmagem no carro.
They measured the temperature in the car at 138 degrees, which I think is probably around 53 degrees. And I was with an 11-year-old and Patrick Stewart, and we had sound, so we had to turn the air conditioning off and roll the windows up. Now, you guys in Brazil know what it's like, 53 degrees. Everything about it was hard, but everything about it was sweet. Hard but sweet. I think this movie is very, very authentic to this character. I really hope and I pray that fans of Wolverine say, finally, that's the Wolverine movie we wanted to see.
Como vocês já devem saber, em Logan surge a personagem vivida pela jovem atriz Daphne King, que está sensacional. O que será que o Hugh achou dessas cenas de luta com uma criança, hein?
Some people say never work with kids or animals. I've never felt that. Kids to me are just the natural actors. They make it so simple. But when I saw the script for the first time, or actually just a synopsis for the script, I said, Jim, I love this idea of this young girl. But without giving too much away, she doesn't speak for a long time in the movie. And yet, in many ways, she's the heart of the movie. I said, how on earth are we going to find someone? How are we going to do that? And Jim found this girl, Daphne Keane, who is an absolute rock star. I'm so moved by what she did. She is an incredible young actress with beautiful parents, Maria and Will, who are both theatre actors and film actors, and she did an incredible job. And yeah, she can kick my ass any day, basically.
Hugh diz que em todos os filmes que ele fez, ele se dedicou 110%. Mas será que ele teria feito algo diferente quando dá uma olhada nesses 17 anos interpretando Wolverine? Ele disse que a resposta era muito fácil.
When I first got cast in X-Men, I was on stage doing Curly in Oklahoma. I would not go for that first test with a perm in my hair. That was a mistake. I also thought that you could get in shape. I worked at a gym when I was 20 for 4 years, and I never lifted a weight. I used to make fun of those guys lifting weights. So to me, these guys just stare at themselves in the mirror for 2 or 3 hours a day. You know, I thought it was ridiculous. So when they said, oh, you got to get into shape, I was like, yeah, 3 weeks, maybe 4, no problem. Man, there are some scenes in that first movie, if you want to, where I am really not in shape. I don't care how old you are. Guys, girls, it takes longer than 3 or 4 weeks to get the Wolverine body, let me tell you.
Perguntaram ao Hugh Jackman o que ele pretende fazer futuramente. Filmes de baixo orçamento? Superproduções? Dedicar mais tempo à família? Ou ainda ao teatro? Ele respondeu:
Yes, 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 and yes. But it starts with my family, always first. Before I do anything, I have a pretty simple rule about marriage. I just ask, is this good or bad for my marriage? And if it's bad, I don't do it. And if it's good, I do it, you know. And that includes work, obviously. I really learned something from doing this movie. I was more involved with this movie than ever before. From the beginning, at 4 a.m., and this is going to sound like I made it up, but on March 2nd, 2015, at 4 o'clock in the morning, I woke up with such a clear idea of what I wanted this movie to be that I recorded something on my phone. Our movie comes out 2 years to the date. After that, I recorded that. And what I'm most proud of is that movie is 95% of what I was talking about in that voice memo. I'm not a director, so I've never really, or a writer, so I've never really had that feeling of generating and seeing it right through to the finished product. But in a way, I feel I have that with this. Don't get me wrong, I didn't write this, I didn't direct it, Jim Mangold did. And this is his movie. But that's what I would like in the future. It could be big, it could be small. I want to do stuff I believe in, stuff that I would do anything for, and the kind of roles and projects where I'm so excited to literally give blood.
Agora vem spoiler, amiguinho! Se você não assistiu ainda, pare por aqui, ok? Hugh Jackman comentou os momentos finais do filme.
I cried a few places in the movie, sometimes in just the scene of me carrying Charles Xavier up the stairs. Somehow that got me, you know. I love that scene as it was written in the end, because it is, I find it moving, hopefully people do too, but not overly sentimental. I'm terrible at this, I end up giving away too much.
Isso é verdade, Hugh. Então vamos parar por aqui, torcendo para que você volte logo ao Brasil. Vão ao cinema e assistam Logan. Tenho certeza que vocês não vão se decepcionar.
I would keep myself. I would find a way. Logan, you still have time.